I'm Hannah, and this is my self-converted 2000 GMC Savana Explorer that I live in with my cat, Ponderosa. It has an extended roof, and it's a G1500 V8 engine. When I bought it for $2,700 off of Facebook Marketplace. And it needed about $2,000 more of mechanical work before it was safe to drive. This is my passenger seat area. Up here, I just keep my laundry bag. I have a bunch of shoes back there, my snowboard. I have my cat's crate, and inside the crate I have extra food and couple more pairs of shoes, and just some spare blankets for if it gets cold or if I have guests. And here's the part of my van where I eat, sleep, play, cook, think, and sometimes use the bathroom if it's a bad enough situation. This is the entryway where I leave my shoes and make everyone take off their shoes. Otherwise I have to sweep the van every 20 seconds. When I bought this van, this door is kind of broken, so I just don't use this door. I just leave it shut for safety reasons. Here I just have a couple hooks on the door. They get used for pretty much anything. I usually will hang Pondy's leashes on it if I don't want to put them away, or coats and stuff. In the back of my seats I have just miscellaneous things, and here I have a mirror. And behind my driver's seat I have electric cords, extra cables. This area is my kitchen. Over here I just keep all my dishes. This is my flip-up cooking table, and under my sink I have this stick that I use to prop it up. This is my cabinet area, so I just have groceries, Ziploc bags, all my snacks and goodies, silverware. This is my water system. I have a 5-gallon gray water tank that goes straight to my sink, and then I have a gallon jug of water that I duct tape the hose into so it doesn't leak, and I put it in this collapsible bucket just to make sure it extra doesn't leak. It's powered by this foot pump. The foot pump, you just step on it and the water comes out. It's pretty simple. This is my sink. I believe it's 14 by 14 inches. I actually just finished having it get set up 5 days ago, so I don't really know how I feel about it yet for dishes, but it's a great spit sink. This lantern, I just screwed a couple of hooks into the ceiling so I could hang lanterns. This is my cooler. It works kind of for what I need it to work for, but I think it's really inconvenient to have a cooler. If you're thinking about building a van, I would highly recommend a better power system to use, a fridge or something. This is probably the most annoying thing for me living in a van. Even if you put stuff in Ziploc bags, it gets wet, it gets ruined, it starts to stink. You have to get ice literally every other day in a cooler this size. It's just really inconvenient. The money adds up when you have to get ice every other day, and when you're throwing away half your groceries because they got waterlogged. This is where I keep my stove. It fits perfectly in this little corner of the van, and it happens to be next to my emergency toilet, if you can see that. But whatever, it works. Here I have the Jackery Explorer 300. It is, I believe, the lowest wattage you can have for Jackeries, but for me it runs my max air fan perfectly for a couple days without needing to recharge. This is a curtain I have that I sometimes hang up to separate the cab, but my cat attacks it every single time, so it usually just stays there. My paper towel holder is pretty simple, just a bungee cord that I put into a couple eyelets. Above me is my max air fan. I don't remember which version it is. It's the nicest, cheapest one that you can find. I live in a van because I'm a seasonal worker. With seasonal work, you have around 7 to 10 roommates, give or take, and I really wanted more privacy. So I built a van partly because of that, but also because I've just always wanted to try it, probably since high school. So it's been probably a good 7 years that I've wanted to do van life. I have fans, I have the max air fan, I have Reflectix up most of the time, and I have a little AC unit, so I do keep it pretty temperature controlled. The main thing that I can't control in here is the cold. I have a buddy heater if it gets freezing, but obviously I can't sleep with that on because you have to have ventilation, and I would not trust my cat next to a buddy heater while I'm asleep because she's crazy. Usually in seasonal jobs they do offer housing, so I technically have a room. If it ever gets too hot or too cold in the area that I'm camping in, I can take Pondy and we can go into housing. So it's nice to have housing to go into in extreme situations, but I'd say 95% of the time I'm gonna be in the van. So up here is just kind of like my everything cabinet. I have my medicine all in here, cleaning supplies like a lint roller, Clorox wipes, butt wipes. Here is my girly pop basket. I have tampons, lighters, mascara, toothpaste, floss, and here is my seasonings. Behind these two baskets, I have another compartment back here that I built that has bear spray, toilet paper, trash bags. This is my cat's litter box that I built. The top comes up, so when I take the whole litter box out to clean it out and change the whole litter, it's not a huge pain. And here I have a light for when I clean it, a Scentsy thing, her scooper, some deodorizer, and some wipes that are made to clean out litter boxes. This is my bathroom area. I have zip patches, my hairbrush, razor. This is my jewelry box, face wash, moisturizer, biodegradable soap. Here I have a 3-gallon water jug just to fill up my 1-gallon jug. It's just nice to not run out of water. And then my trash can. This is the one thing in the van that I did not build. It's a little wonky, but it works. This is just my miscellaneous chest, and I have all of my electronics, jack rechargers, extra portable batteries. Here I have all my extra cords in this little cubby. It's built like this because the wheel well is underneath it. And over here is just like towels and extra pillowcases. This is my overhead. This door came with the original van and I repurposed it. But in here is just all my sweaters because I have a lot of sweaters. I bought this for Pondy. She never uses it, and I usually always have my Reflectix up anyways. But it's like a little cat seat that she doesn't use, but it would be cool if she did. This is my bedroom. My bed slides out into almost a full-size bed. There are 2 separate cushions, so when the bed is, I call it in bed mode, like all the way out, it's kind of annoying to sleep on with 2 people because someone's always falling in the crack. I sleep with it just in couch mode like this. I don't ever really put it in bed mode unless I have a guest in here. This is my fan for white noise at night, and I just charge it with the Jackery or portable battery. Under my bed is a bunch of storage, so under my bed is my garage, and also my closet. It has everything. Everything is underneath my bed. It's kind of a disaster. I bought the van for $2,700 on Facebook Marketplace. The build itself, I did use a lot of scraps from my sister's build for like anything that I could. I used a ton of her scraps. I used my dad's buddies' scraps like laying around their warehouses or whatever. And I probably spent on the build everything like hardware and material, probably around anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, I would say, even like bare minimum, like only buying what I absolutely had to. The biggest kicker was that when I bought it, I didn't know how many mechanical problems it was going to have. At the time, my partner was a mechanic, so we didn't have to pay for labor, and we still probably spent, I'd say, around $2,000 on parts. Just fixing it up, which I'm glad for now because this van probably would have been in the junkyard, so I'm glad that it has another life. Altogether, I'd say probably spent around $6,500, and the build itself was absolutely bare minimum, and it still cost quite a bit of money. When I started the build, I barely knew how to use a drill. That's like the only thing I knew how to use, and I started the demo with just a screwdriver. I didn't have enough money for like tools. I had to use most of my sister's. So I'm really lucky I had access to her tools, but I didn't know how to use anything. I'm just happy, and I learned a lot, and I feel a lot more confident in my ability to learn and adapt. I'm so grateful to have this van and to own this van and to say that I have built this van with help, of course. And I just feel really fortunate and really proud and really brave.